the Macedonians. Schlager. Baumgartner won the flick. Baumgartner. Now Alaba. Krajcic. Line up. Liner again. Swept crossfield by Alaba. Zabica. Now Schlager. Zabica again.
Cute defending from Vukowski. Steps across the run. It's Baumgartner. Stands his ground. It's good defending.
Baumgartner, like Krajcic, relative newcomers to the Austrian squad. 21-year-old with Hoffenheim in the German Bundesliga. This is only his 11th appearance for his country. Krajcic has only featured on 8 occasions now. Dragovic has been left in a heap, having been challenged by Trajkovski.
You're always going to get that in an aerial challenge, using his arms for leverage. Clearly catches Dragovic. It's purely accidental. The referee may, well, yeah, there's going to be a yellow card. More for dangerous play than intent. But players, they have to use their arms for leverage, but they have to be mindful of where an opponent is. We saw Kiefer Moore of Wales yesterday get a yellow card for an identical situation.
The European Championship has not been kind to Alexander Dragovic. Sent off in the opening fixture against Hungary, which Austria lost 2-0 back in 2016, and then he missed a penalty in a 2-1 defeat by Iceland. Austria bowing out after the group phase.
What a job this fella's done. Remarkable. He took over, they were ranked 132 in the world. He brought a divided group of players together and he gave them belief. Organised them, and here they are today on the biggest stage of all at the European Championship.
Clearly has a good relationship, Angelovski, with Pandev, skipper and scorer of North Macedonia's first goal at a European Championship.
Yeah, and it's the biggest mistake of that from an Austrian perspective is Hinteregger's clearance. It's a really poor clearance. Bounces back off one of his teammates. And that's where the problems began. They don't care. They will remember this moment forever.
So will he.
And how good is it that we've got crowds in to enjoy it, to savour it.
Sterling work again by Velkoski. Another of the North Macedonian squad playing his club football in Croatia. He's with Rijeka. Zabica. Line up. Velkoski to hack to safety for North Macedonia.
Well, that's a little bit more like it from Austria. There was a clear plan there. It's Lima that makes the run, heads it back to Liner, plays it into a really dangerous area. Clever little ball in, really good defending.
Stoppage time at the end of the first half. Alaba with a corner kick. Helped away by Velkoski.
He's been outstanding in the first half, hasn't he? He really has.
In the past, he's proved to be adaptable as well. Centre of defence or the centre of midfield, holding midfielder. Doesn't make any difference. No foul. Zabica. Second minute of first half stoppage time. Zabica again to deliver, looking for the goal scorer lineup.
It was the combination that worked for the goal, wasn't it? That diagonal ball. Zabica to Liner.
Lima's header. Austria get the throw. It's the day when the fairy tale became reality for North Macedonia. But it might have been a nightmare when Stefan Leiner put Austria in front. First time they've ever been in front at a European Championship finals. But Goran Pandev, the North Macedonia skipper, was to have the final say in the first half, taking advantage of a mix-up in the Austrian defence to draw North Macedonia level. Half-time in Bucharest, it's Austria 1, North Macedonia 1.
Austria celebrate as Stefan Leiner opens the goal scoring at the National Arena, and then Goran Pandev, the veteran, scores the equaliser. We'll have all your highlights after the break.
All them roads leading us to the top. We dare to dream and dare to put a stop. Gonna scale the summit, gonna reach up high. We are the chosen, the ones to climb. Lifted high, lifted
high. Introducing the new Jarum Super Next with spicy aromatic blend.
Det betyder, for det øjeblik, hvor terror bliver sagt, så er der kun én chef, og det er Philip.
If you're unsuccessful, the people will all die.
Indonesia.
I'm here on Mola Chill Fridays to play a little bit of music for you.
Let's do it.
It's gonna sound a little different, but I think you'll like it.
We don't talk anymore like we used to do.
Tell 'em, hey.
Terima kasih,
everybody, for tuning in to Mola Chill Fridays.
Sampai jumpa.
Stefan Leiner gave Austria the lead 17 minutes into the first half, a goal that seemingly came out of nowhere. And then the veteran Goran Pandev scores the equaliser on his 120th national game for North Macedonia. Welcome back. It's 1-1 here on the Super Soccer UEFA Euro 2020 live match programme on Mola. Lee Hendry is in the studio with us. And Lee, we did say beforehand, didn't we, you can't underestimate these sides that are the underdogs. What have you made of that first half?
I was impressed with North Macedonia, I really was. I felt that they started the game well. They were always going to come out and try and frustrate Austria. I felt the longer the game went on in that first half, I felt that they had a chance, but obviously the sucker punch and they went 1-0 down, but what a reaction to come back and get that equaliser.
And for the man himself.
Oh my word, wow, it's just it's a story, isn't it? Again, it really is. And you know, that fine age of 37, you know, to get a goal, it was an absolute gift in the Euros, but they bounced back well, and I felt they finished the half really well as well.
Seperti yang dikatakan pelatih dari Makedonia Utara Igor Angelovski yang datang ke Euro bukan sebagai tim tambahan, namun juga memiliki target yang tinggi. Kita lihat di pertandingan hari ini bagaimana mereka bermain sangat amat baik dan mencetak gol.
Let's have a look at the best of the action from the first half now then. And we start with that goal, Stefan Leiner opening the goal scoring.
Yeah, well, obviously the set-up, I thought David Alaba was going to drop into a midfield area, which he didn't. He played centre-half, and it's all about this pass. Sabitzer, it's driven at pace. and then you can just see Alioski just switches off at the back post, doesn't he? When they're playing that 3, almost a 5 formation at the back, you can just see he gets attracted to the ball, he switches off, liner drifts in, but it's all about the pass for me. That, and to be fair, the cushion volley, wow, it's top draw. It's 100% Tekkas all over, isn't it?
100% Tekkas,
just feeding it back across the goal. Absolutely no chance. But I found there was times like this in the game where they do try and be a little bit direct and possibly not enough quality. 2 bits of quality, and again, that man Sabitzer, for me,
good chance that
he's got to score. He's got to score, and then all of a sudden, you know, the whole reflection of the game is so different. But that's the way I feel that Austria are certainly looking to get into them sort of areas. The big man up top, who's certainly a handful. But then this goal, wow, I thought it was obviously a goalkeeping error from Batman, but you've got to give credit Tchaikovsky, who certainly has been a threat working the line. Him and Pandev have certainly been, I feel, a big part in this North Macedonia side. But if you just look at his tenacious, wants to try and get on the ball, and what a gift for Pandev. Absolutely, he couldn't have dreamt of it, could he? But you've got to say, zipping off the surface. It's all about the work rate from that man Tchaikovsky, who certainly does make this chance for me, and it's a composure, isn't it? Touch and a super finish, and they were back in the game.
It certainly were a huge lift as well as they head into half-time for North Macedonia. Let's have a look then at the stats from the first half. Are you surprised by it at all, Lee?
No, not really. I felt that Austria in particular had obviously the possession, but haven't really caused a massive threat. The 2 options that we've seen in the chances where they scored, and the other one, I just feel that for all the possession they've had, I don't feel that they've really gone and made a mark on the game. I really don't, and I feel that's credit to North Macedonia. They've defended well, and they've chosen their times to get forward when they've had to.
Austria have been criticised for having a lack of flair. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I do. I totally do, because they're looking. Touched on David Alaba playing in that centre half role. I'd like to see him further. I can see what they're doing. They're trying to make him drive into a midfield area to make an overload because North Macedonia are sitting back. But you do feel that when they're in that sort of attacking third, Sabitza's the one who's going to cause problems. And if you don't get the ball out to him, he's not going to do it. And the twice he's done it, they've been a threat.
Kurangnya ketenangan baik dalam bertahan maupun menyerang dari Austria menyebabkan mereka harus seri di babak pertama. Bagaimana Sabitzer, umpannya sangat amat luar biasa baik, namun penyelesaian masih kurang bagus.
And North Macedonia, you know, they have looked dangerous when they've had possession, haven't they?
They have, and I think when they've got it out to Alioski, he's been... I feel that's where the side that they've got on the ball, on the left-hand side, his work ethic. But the 2 front men, for me, Pandev, he holds it up well, you know, 37 years of age, and he's still putting his body on the line. Tchaikovsky, for me, he does the workload around him. I feel that's where they can go and win the game, getting the ball into them front areas and then squeezing up the pitch, which I feel they've done very, very well.
Do you think there's more goals in this game?
I certainly do, yeah, and I feel that the way the game's reflecting, I'd favour North Macedonia. I feel that there might have to be a change for Austria.
Ya, di babak pertama tadi bagaimana Makedonia Utara lewat Goran Pandev kembali mengejutkan dunia, bagaimana mereka kaget bisa masuk Euro. Kini bisa mengagetkan orang lagi untuk mencetak gol dan mencetak 1-1 di babak pertama menghadapi Austria.
You just mentioned there you think some changes are going to be made. What changes are those, Lee?
I think Arnautovic is the ideal one. I know he was. Yeah, well, I think he was certainly suspect coming into the game whether he was going to be fit or not, but he's a key figure. He can produce the goods. I just feel that they're one dimension at the moment, Austria, and whether that's the quality that's not going into Kalajic, who for me, he's certainly a handful with his physical and his tall presence, but I just feel Arnautovic can maybe play it into them wide areas and just give a little bit of a different dimension to Austria, because I feel that North Macedonia have certainly dealt with things that have been thrown at them.
Dengan kualitas Austria yang sangat amat bagus, sangat amat rugi bila pertandingan ini harus diakhiri dengan seri. Dan mengingatkan ada 1 tiket Premier League trip untuk Anda di Euro Unlimited nanti di akhir pertandingan.
Let's have a look at the fixtures in Group C then. Let's see how they line up. I mean, we saw earlier today England beat Croatia 1-0, Raheem Sterling scoring for them. Currently, Austria 1, North Macedonia 1, but Lee Hendry reckons there's more goals in this game. And you can see the Netherlands versus Ukraine live here on Mola. That's the next game that we are going to be showing. Right then, we will be back here on Mola with more analysis from Lee Hendry after the break.
All them roads leading us to the top. We dare to dream and dare to put a stop. Gonna scale the summit, gonna reach up high. We are the chosen, the ones to climb.
Sono Anna Sarelli, terza C.
Dopo la rossa non ci sono più leggi. Ognuno può fare quello che vuole. Se tuo fratello sta con i blu non te lo puoi riprendere.
Volete crescere? I grandi sono tutti morti. Dobbiamo andare via. Insieme possiamo riuscirci.
Mission is to monitor extraterrestrial activity on Earth.
You know what the difference is between you and me? I make this look good.
Noisy crickets.
I feel like I'm gonna break this damn thing.
I knew it. This is an alien, and you guys are from some government agency trying to keep it under wraps.
It's the Super Soccer halftime show here on Mola, where it is Austria 1, North Macedonia 1 at the break. Now, Lee Hendry, give us your keys to success, please. Where is this game going to be won and lost in the second half? Because it's still all to play for.
It is, and I feel that David Alaba's got to be one of them key players in this game to go and affect the game a little bit better in this second half. I feel North Macedonia, certainly the two front men are, for me, the most important players. They need to get the ball into them as much as possible because they're a threat. And Austria, they've got to be better in that final third with the quality that they possess.
You mentioned David Alaba there. What do you make of his positioning? Because he's being used slightly differently, isn't he, for the national side?
Yeah, he is, and I know he can go and play in that more midfield area where he can still do his defensive duties, which we know he's very good at. I just feel at this moment in time, they're trying to get him on the ball as much as possible, but he's having to hit 60, 70-yard passes. I'm not saying he can't do that because he's got so much quality, but I'd like to see him pushed into that more advanced midfield area where possibly it's a 10, 20-yard pass that he's going to make into the front two. And I think that'll make Austria just squeeze that little bit higher up the pitch.
Do you think he's probably going to be feeling the pressure because he plays at such a high level that everyone's probably going to look to him, his teammates, as if to say, right, come on then?
Yeah, and that's how it looks in the game. It's as if any time they get on the ball, they want to get him on there as soon as possible.
And in terms of North Macedonia, I mean, obviously for them, going in level at the break, it's a great result for them. Is their game plan, are they going to come out, or do you think are they going to want to defend? Because they take a point.
I think they'll completely stick with the way that they're playing because out of possession, they make it difficult. They get back in their numbers. When they've got possession, they pick times when they go forward. Because of the front two, Pandev and Tchaikovsky, they are big players for them because it allows the likes of Almas to go and get involved.
Ya, menurut Lee Hendry, di babak kedua nanti, Austria harus meningkatkan dan menyerang lebih banyak. Terutama bagaimana mereka build up dari belakang sampai depan, sangat amat sulit untuk finishing. Sementara bagi Makedonia Utara, mereka harus mempertahankan apa yang mereka sudah lakukan. Karena Pandev dan Tarkovsky bermain sangat amat bagus di babak pertama tadi.
You mentioned Almas there, Lee, and you spoke about him before the game. What have you thought of him?
His quality, really, really good. I like the way he gets on the ball. I felt in that first half in particular where the game went on, I felt he'd grown into it. He looked like he had that bit of confidence, that aura. When he got on the ball, he was looking to thread little ones through the eye of a needle, and he was very, very composed. You can tell he's just a sheer talent. I feel he could be a big player, to be fair, in this second half and in the Euros.
Ya, menurut Lee Henry, dari nama ada Yilmaz yang mampu menjadi pemain yang besar, terutama di Euro tahun ini.
Looks like they're about to kick off any moment. It's Austria 1, North Macedonia 1, still all to play for. Your commentary comes from Tony Jones and Dan Goodman.
So, second half underway, and it is North Macedonia who get us underway. Austria having made a change at the interval. Philipp Leinart has come on in place of Alexander Dragovic.
Well, the message has to be simple for Austria, and that is, must do better. Took the lead. Didn't really at any point impose themselves on North Macedonia and paid the price.
He's made a switch at half-time, bringing on Philipp Leinart. It's a straight swap in defence. Dragovic required attention before the interval. No sign as yet of Austria changing their attacking personnel. They do have the chance to turn to Marko Arnautovic. Here's Leo pushed forward by North Macedonia for this free kick. Melkovsky at the end of the line. Trajkovski. He's done well to get to the byline. He was looking for Alioski. Leimer intervened.
Well, all the pressure in the second half is on Austria. This is a match that they would have expected to win. They would have expected victory here to set them up nicely to get out of the group stages, which has to be the target for Austria.
Top two in each section will qualify automatically for the round of 16. That option is available to the best-placed, third-placed nations. Hinteregger with a cross. Koski with a header away. Alaba. We continued our discussion about David Alaba at half-time, didn't we, Don, and whether or not he was being utilised in the best possible way by Franco Foda. A lot of debate in Austria yesterday about where Alaba would play. Champions League winner with Bayern Munich. Outstanding player of his generation in Austria.
I think Franco Foda will get a real bad rap from the Austrian press if he plays David Alaba there and they don't gain a victory here. Best player, most creative player